we have coming through for today? Can I please get, whoop, there it is. All right, so what do we have here? Interesting. Can I please get some more cards for the collective reading for today? Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, this is a lot for today. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna take it. All right, can I get one more, please? Can I get one more to start the collective reading? All right, here it is. All right, so let's get to the collective reading for today. Hello, everyone. So what we're seeing basically for the collective read for today is going to feel like one of those days that you're going to be putting in a lot and not really necessarily feeling like you're getting back everything that you want to get back. We're seeing that with the Ace of Pentacles in its reversal. So this says to me that there's a lot of, pouring out that's happening, particularly from like a financial or materialistic perspective, and kind of waiting and just feeling like you're going to have to put in more today than you get back. And here's the thing. This occasionally happens with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's not the end of the world, right? For me, this really just says I want you to spend a lot of time just expecting or anticipating that there are some days that you're going to have to grind a little harder on the things that you need to do. And it's going to feel like you're just, this is one of these situations that is an investment moment. So this is the day that you're going to have to invest more than you're going to receive. And that's perfectly fine. I'm also seeing here, and again, this energy's a little, I feel like the energy today is definitely a little wacky because of everything that's happening, especially with the eclipse and everything happening. Because y'all remember yesterday, if you were attending the collective reading, that we saw the Ten of Swords was upright, and that was our center card for our daily spread. But today, here's that card again, but it is now in its reversal, which really says that, here's the thing, okay? And I want to make sure that this is not what happens, because this is what I'm starting to see happen here, guys, and I want to make sure this doesn't happen. I feel like some of you we saw yesterday you were definitely in more of a release mode, whereas I see today you're moving back into this place where you're trying to go back into things and revive things that, are ending or have been ended. And this is where we really want to make sure you're not kind of backpedaling today, especially with this chaotic energy, because I do see here that this could talk about the idea of overly investing your time or your energy into things that haven't really been profiting you, but that you're hoping to give a new life. I want to remind you, if you're in that mode right now, just think about whether that is going to be a beneficial area to put that kind of energy in, because, and this is what I'm worried about, I'm also seeing here our center card for today is the World reversed, which says to me that we want to make sure that you don't create unnecessary chaos in your own life by feeling like feeling like you are not in control of things. Anything that is making you feel like you do not have control in your own life, it's a good sign that it's probably best to be moved away from, okay? While today I definitely see is going to be a really important day to work on grounding, to work on, I'm more than anything grounding. Grounding is going to be the watchword for today. Make sure you're grounding your energy today, because it's going to feel really wacky and there's going to be kind of a feeling of like, it's going to feel chaotic. You're going to have a chaotic day. There's going to be a lot of chaos for today, but I'm going to say it again. We just had a lunar eclipse. Like, we're not super surprised We're not super surprised by this energy. And I feel that what's really important right now, and this is what I'm really seeing, is in the moments that you're feeling chaotic today, turn that energy instead of trying to like instead of trying to resuscitate things that have ended, really pour that back into yourself and invest in things right now. Invest in yourself. Invest in getting yourself feeling aligned again. Because that to me is the choice. Is like, you're going to be investing today. Are you going to start investing in things that were not profiting you and trying to bring them back to life? Or are you going to invest in yourself and trying to create more grounding and more stability in your own life right now? We've got 2 cards that came up hidden here. All right, these are cards that are very similar to the cards we pulled yesterday, but this was also in the top 5 yesterday for our week, which is, I do see the fact that this is the closure point that we saw yesterday. This is the closure point. Yesterday, you were all good with things ending. And today you're having anxiety about the things that are ending as you try to process through them. But we see you being very brave in the face of it. We see the fact that you are trying to make plans. You are trying to move forward. Bear in mind that you are still healing. Bear in mind that you are still healing. And that, you know, even right now, anything you're doing to like move forward, it's going to be a little touch and go because like you're on a healing journey and you're still feeling pretty wounded and you're feeling very wounded and you're coming out of something that puts you in a very wounded position. So be a little gentle on yourself. You know, don't allow yourself to feel, if you're feeling chaotic today, just remind yourself like you're investing, you're going to choose to invest in yourself, not necessarily resuscitating things that have ended. And that you are healing and you are allowed days that are going to feel more chaotic than others, you know, and vulnerable. Absolutely. Exactly what you're saying there. Vulnerable. Beautiful word. The other card that's hidden right now. Why are you feeling vulnerable? Why are you feeling vulnerable? Well, you're feeling vulnerable right now. Okay. Because, and again, this is going to hit a little differently if you're aligned to masculine or feminine energy. Bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. You're going to feel vulnerable today because you realize that there's been either if you're a feminine energy, this will represent the fact that actually for both, for feminine and masculine today, you know, you've allowed energies like near you that have potentially manipulated you or tried to deceive you or tried to like take advantage of you to a very large degree. And you're feeling that weight today. You're really feeling that weight today. And this makes perfect sense as you're going through this like letting go process that we see so many of you are letting go of. Masculines today, what this really could indicate is not only do you kind of feel this same energy of feeling like you can't really trust a lot of the other energies around you, but we're also seeing that you're feeling very out of your own power. You're feeling very disempowered. You're having difficulty communicating. And that's most likely because of all of this controlled chaos that you're feeling right now. So I'm not surprised by this spread. I am not surprised by this spread given the energy that we're seeing right now and today. Everything's a little wacky today. Like, that's all there is to it. Everything's a little wacky. All right. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing the 4 spread. All right. So getting to the spread of 4. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. If you are enjoying this, please, I would love it if you could share because that is a great way for other people to get the message. We're going to keep going. So if I could get 4 to clarify this energy. 4, please. Whoop, there it is. All right. Again, today's going to be a little bit of a grind. Today is going to be a bit of a grind. I'm going to be completely honest because, again, you're going to feel a lot like you're going to have to invest in things. You're going to have some hard difficulties because I feel like there are some things that you feel like are ended, that you are trying to end or that have ended around you, that you do feel this like resurfacing coming around you with this energy. And this is a real call today to like embrace, if things aren't moving forward, like embrace that that's just where they need to be. Because I feel that there is a lot of energy today that really calls for you to like sit in that moment of discomfort and allow yourself to absorb the lessons that are coming through it. You know, this is a painful process, and letting go is a painful process. And sometimes you're going to feel that like that the things that are like have ended re-emerging within you. And it's okay to kind of sit in that for a moment and allow yourself to absorb it, knowing that you're getting that in itself will help you find a better spiritual center. So it's difficult. The energy today is difficult, but it does allow for progress. Thank you so much for sharing the live. We're going to keep going. Clarifying. Here's the thing. Look, clarifying between this need, this feeling of kind of trying to revive the past, but also realizing the sense of, I want you to also associate, if you're having this feeling of reviving past right now, think about how much chaos that is making you feel. Because what I'm really seeing is, for a lot of you, the reason you're feeling like you want to revive the past is because you're feeling this disorientation today, this ungroundedness. And this is what's causing you to really kind of be like, oh gosh, am I doing the right thing? Should I revive things? I also want you to turn your attention though, because I do see new offers and new opportunities coming forward today. I see them coming from new places. So this is also a call to kind of like hold fast, hold steady to a certain extent, knowing that the viable things coming towards you are coming towards you, and they're very practical, and they're going to show themselves, and you're not going to have to fight for them. You're not going to have to wrestle yourself. They're just going to present themselves to you. And we like this energy of the new opportunities coming towards you much more than we like the idea of reviving something that has ended, that it clearly has hurt you in the past. All right, we're going to keep going. So clarifying, there it is. Clarifying right now between the World reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed. So this feeling of ungroundedness, this feeling of disorientation, but also a call to like ground, meditate, sit in it for a minute to try to reorient yourself. And this need to not want to stay where you are, you know, moving forward in a place where you're still wounded, but you want to get, you know, you want to push this energy forward. We've got more energy here of holding the pose. You know, Two of Swords, which says really follow your intuition on this right now. Just kind of sit still. Allow yourself today to embody this feeling. It's not a cozy feeling, but much like yoga, this is one of those days where like you're really just going to have to sit in it and give yourself the patience and know that you are following your higher intuition and your higher self as it relates to these circumstances. Okay? We're going to keep going. All right, so clarifying between feeling wounded and wanting to move forward, wanting to stop being like so shut in around what's been going on, and also trying to accept this energy of potential masculine energy near around you, or something that you're embodying that has not been communicative or has not been honest and has not necessarily ever created a sense of clarity or communication. This is like what you're recovering from. Or if you're a masculine energy right now, you're in this place where you just feel like you can't communicate. You don't have a plan. You're feeling very ungrounded. You're feeling very unsettled. Clarifying between these today, we have, can I have one more, please? We got two cards coming up. Yeah. here's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of contracts that are being, there are things that are being broken right now. There's a feeling of something established kind of breaking apart. And this is hard. This is a continual process that's happening right now. And as something is breaking apart today, there's also this anxiety or this feeling of not being able to trust either your own voice or the voice of those around you. That there is this anxiety right now, particularly to step into a role of being heard and being seen. And that it's almost like the fracturing of this like stable scenario that was in your life to some capacity is kind of robbing you of your voice. And it's also like making you branch out into more unconventional directions, because you are kind of existing in this recovery mode at the moment with this energy. And we're also seeing that, there is a feeling here, particularly around the masculine energy, of not being able to trust their own voice and feeling like there is some kind of failure point that's occurred with them as it relates to what they were trying to create and how they failed in creating that. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. We're going to keep going with this reading. All right, clarifying right now between the Hanged Man and the Page of Pentacles. We've got right now, can I get some clarity on, there it is. Guys, I want to say, I know there's a lot of anxiety right now. There's a lot of anxiety around this one energy around you that you don't feel is in their power or has been manipulative or has potentially not been necessarily completely honest with you. But I cannot stress how I'm seeing so many positive energies around you at the same time. Like, it's really like, we're seeing, again, this like hyper focus right now, or this recovery from this one incident or scenario with someone who is either not in their power or could not be trusted to communicate. But we see so many energies around you of people who want to offer you things, who want to communicate, who have these like very, tangible offers, and they're rushing forward to you. I don't see you necessarily jumping on them right now, because you are kind of in this hangman energy. You are kind of in this moment where you're like, just kind of holding. You're in a holding pattern right now as you try to get that like higher knowledge. So I don't feel like you have to rush into anything right now, but just have some optics is what I'm really saying as it relates to like the past energies and these past scenarios that did not do you as well versus the ones that you're going into that are a lot more positive. Clarifying right now between the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, we have Page of Pentacles and Two of Swords. Oh, there it is. Gosh, guys. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I need you. I mean, I feel like this is the thing. You're sitting right now in contemplation, trying to decide what to do. As new offers are coming towards you. And we're seeing this struggling point. We're seeing this struggling moment that you're experiencing right now between feeling like you want to go back into something that was hurting you, but also knowing that you shouldn't. Right? And that's why I really think that we're seeing this like holding pattern right now, because you're letting your intuition, you're almost just sitting and not doing anything right now because you're trying to find your higher intuitive guidance. And you also realize that there is something about that guidance that's trying to keep you from going back into places and getting hurt more in ways that you've already been hurt, right? I always point out, especially when we see the Seven of Swords, this person's going back to go get more swords. Why would you go back to go get more swords? That's craziness. So for a lot of you, today is going to be like, it's going to be a crunchy day. It's going to be feeling like, again, we've got this sense of chaos because a lot of it is trying to follow your higher guidance on this, while knowing that there is kind of more of a internal desire to go back to things that may not be in your best interest. Okay, we're going to keep going. Can I get clarity, clarifying between the Two of Swords and the Three? There it is. Here's the thing. Clarifying between the Two of Swords and the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. So broken contracts, broken agreements, broken partnerships, allowing yourself to follow your higher guidance on this at the moment. We have, and this is, I think, where your higher guidance is coming in, which is the fact that, again, you know what you need. You know what you need in the people around you, which is you need someone who is emotionally there for you, who can offer apologies, who can be that, create that emotional offer, as well as anything else that may have been coming up. And for me, what I'm really seeing right now is the reason that you are holding and you're kind of allowing, you're allowing this energy to break down to a certain extent, is because you realize that this energy that is near you is not one capable of extending that level of empathy, of extending that kindness, of extending that emotional generosity. And this is kind of all the information that you need as it relates to this energy, which is, regardless of what it was doing for you, if it cannot be there for you on an emotional level, what purpose is it serving? If it cannot fulfill an emotional need, then what purpose is it serving? All right, we're going to keep going. So here's the thing. Also, clarifying between a lot of this new energy, this new passion, these new ideas that are coming towards you right now, and this desire or this refusal or trying not to go back to things that were hurting you. We do see that you are kind of moving into this Three of Cups energy, which is just, again, I feel like this is the softening of the wound right now in trying to just enjoy yourself. Just create this sense of enjoyment in your life, wanting to be in a place where you can have a nice time and you can really feel comfortable to be yourself around those who also want to be comfortable and be themselves in a similar fashion. And so you're really seeking this right now. I feel like right now it's not even necessarily the idea of trying to find an individual person to fulfill this role for you. It's really just being I just want to be in a place where I feel like I can enjoy myself. I can have a good time, free of judgment, free of pain, and feeling like there are energies coming towards you that are kind of going to help you in that fashion. That they're going to be there in a similar capacity because they also want to be in that kind of mode as well. All right, we're going to keep going. So clarifying between this Seven of Swords reverse. So this need to not go back to painful situations or scenarios, or trying not to go back to situations and scenarios that have hurt you because the people attached to them are not emotionally available and they're not offering you the emotional aspects that you need in order to go forward. That's why these situations are so painful. Can I get the clarifying card, please? It came and then it went. Can I have the clarifying card, please? Clarifying card, please. Thank you. One clarifying card, please. All right, there it is. Yeah. King of Swords. King of Swords. Which says to me, we're getting a lot of masculine energy in this right now. So again, this is going to hit a little differently depending if you connect to feminine or masculine energy. For feminine energy right now, we're really seeing this deep desire and this deep drive to, have a masculine energy coming towards you that is not going to like manipulate or lie or try to lead you astray or not be able to communicate, but somebody but a masculine that can stand in their power, that can really stand that can be honest even in the midst of something being difficult, that is willing to be a source of strength when you cannot be a source of strength. Someone who can really match you in terms of your own assertiveness and your own desire to kind of protect partnerships. This is really kind of the masculine energy, utilizing this aggressive tendency, not in a way that hurts or not in a way that's not emotionally available, but in one that is about like strength and truth and having that integrity. Really this desire for integrity that's coming through. And for masculines right now, I'm really seeing that I feel like you are trying to move into this place of higher integrity, that something has occurred right now around you where, you're not trying to go back to bad situations and scenarios. And you're also, you're unwilling to apologize for anything that's happened in the past. But there is this desire to be able to move forward from this place, from a place of more integrity, which I kind of like, because this does say to me that for a lot of masculines right now, they may not be going back to old situations, but I do see that they are kind of learning the lessons from those situations and seeing kind of just how much their own refusal to leave painful situations has resulted in them being unable to really, the masculine energy right now really can't, they really have no way of this is a masculine energy that has no way of really being able to account for what they've done. That they realize to a certain extent that they have been seen or exposed to in a certain way. And they're now kind of feeling the full weight of what's occurred as a result of that. And so what they're really seeing is, because they're not able to, there is this unwillingness to, or inability to extend like this emotionality. They're just hoping at this point that they can go forward in a place of higher integrity. All right. And also, potentially, return to a place of enjoying themselves more. All right, the final card we have right now to conclude, Two of Wands. This is I like this, because what this really says right now is things may be a little chaotic right now. Things may feel a little, like I said, a little crunchy today as it relates to the overall energy. You may feel like you have to kind of like superly over invest today in things without getting the benefit, without seeing the immediate payback. But I like that we're ending this on an aspect of being able to truly move forward, to look into the future, to look at those future plans. And this also speaks a lot about, again, using this moment of confusion, not to like dwell in it too much, but really to explore the path forward. and to figure out a better way to go moving forward that is going to allow you like a better sense, like a better, and I need to stress this because this is what's really lovely. We're seeing here the center card being the world reversed. So today the world is feeling very chaotic, but we're concluding today in a sense of feeling the world is feeling chaotic today, but we are making plans for that heightened level of security into the future. And even in partnerships, because whenever we see the Two of Wands, this does indicate, partnership as well. So communication and trying to find those partnerships that are going to ground us, that are going to allow a better, not going to cause chaos, but it's going to create stability and allow you to have the world that you want around you, which we love. It's a quick, clean reading today. Bottom of the deck, huge energy shift. Magician. So the limitation today, again, we're seeing this all over this spread, which is doubting yourself, doubting your own abilities, doubting that you have what you need to make things happen. So today, I really feel like there needs to be a lot of grounding done, a lot of work on the self, a lot of reminders of plans and abilities. Because as I always say when we see the Magician in this position, the one thing to keep in mind right now is there's only one true, the secret that the Magician needs to hold and hold on to tightly is there's one thing that the Magician needs right now in order to succeed. The one thing the Magician needs beyond all of the other tools at their disposal, and that is themselves, and that is you. So as long as you are in a place where you are remembering that you are the secret ingredient, give yourself that time today, give yourself that space, allow yourself to sit in the chaos for a moment, but plan for the days that you won't feel so chaotic. I feel like we're going to be able to continue to move out of this. This is what happens. I'm not surprised seeing all of this with the energy that we're seeing today. We'll get through it. So that is the collective reading. Thank you guys so much. As always, if you're interested in booking a private reading, you can book a private reading on my website, gracedraga.com. Those readings are done over Zoom, and they do have the option to have them recorded. Just remember, it is a 2-step process when you book. You have to schedule and then you have to pay. I am trying to work on that on my site, but that's the way it works. If you don't do both, we can't have the reading. So please remember that. So thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it.